We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? It's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
That is caught, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. But you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Down the sideline he goes.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's through the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, back to Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. Broken tackle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second and 5. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Striker, 3-3. Hey, cross field.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ready, go.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Elijah Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
They give to Achane on the option. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this off to Achane. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On third down, Achane. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raider draw. From deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go with Jacobs. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
First throw now for the backup Tua Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He finds his man, complete. It's short. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Carlson is good, and now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 48-yard line, here's second down at a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
A gain of 12. First down, Raiders.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they're going to speed things up here.
First down, Las Vegas.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Spiller will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
Carlson on for the point after.
And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10.
31. Raiders 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves to James.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, a run by Achane. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's short. And he is going to have a Raiders first. So wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second and 14. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cam Smith. Gets around him. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. This pass complete to Higgins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
First down. First and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On second down now. Wall. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and among amongst his team, how do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Second down, Jacobs once more. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Raiders 24.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And now they're going to fake it. And the Raiders have got him.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That is incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.